Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And his first look is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. It's caught by OBJ.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Watson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already, and now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Watson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First kick, Swift. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Motion.
Wilson. And he fends him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a first down throw, Watson. Flush to his right. It's caught, Beckham. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Swift. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you think on 3rd down and just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's Gordon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. left side. It's Beckham. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Watson off play action. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Watson's throw complete here to Doyle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They go play action with Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Blesson Austin.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
To throw again on second down, Watson.
Pass caught there by Nixon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On second and 10, Watson.
This one into the hands of Nixon.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Shrugs him off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the red zone now, Watson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Gordon. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 3rd down. Now whistles here, but one of the Steelers may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Hey. You got 3. Three down. Check. You go tight. You got tight.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Gage, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Watson now to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. This is Gordon going left. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So the false start will back them up 5. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's checked down to Gordon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now Wilson on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Mike 54. Watch the slant. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Charlie. Go. Recon. 132 fight. 54. Watch 54.
Wilson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Watson off play action. Left side, it's Dorsett. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now...
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Wilson back into his end zone. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing now, Watson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw is Watson.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big play there for Seattle.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it. I shall come forth.
Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?